Hi, my name is Miliana, and today I actually want to talk about a very sensitive topic around well-being during the holidays. And this conversation is coming to you from some information that came to me last week. But before I share that specific information, I just want to say that doing a little bit of research online, I have found that there is different data, different information, and some places are saying that suicide during holidays are rising. They're higher than during other times of the year. And other information is saying that's not true, that is a myth. Well, what I can say that it doesn't really matter whether that's true or not. This conversation is very important and it's sensitive, and I know most people will avoid it. But I ask that you bear with me for just a couple of minutes as I just share some important tips or things that could actually help you and your loved ones during these holidays. So it doesn't really matter, right? Whether it's a myth or it's not. During the holidays, a lot of people are either dealing with someone they loved that they lost, they're dealing with anxiety, depression, they might just be dealing with, preparing for the holidays, like what do I prepare? How do I organize my place? I have people coming over or I'm going over, what do I wear? What do I not wear? As well as probably some people are dealing with, I wish I could buy all these gifts for the people in my life, but I can't afford them. It doesn't really matter what the situation is, they are dealing with things. And um, the other thing that could be happening is if you go to an event, you might be dealing with a family member or someone who lives a different lifestyle or has a different perspective on a certain topic, and that can be triggering for people. So, my advice to you is if you are not going to be better off during and or after the event, I suggest that you just don't go to the family event or the friends gathering if that is not gonna leave you off better than you were before. And by that I mean prioritize your self-care. Do something that is gonna make you feel good. If that is just staying home or having just one person over, spending time just with one or two people that you really care, that they really get you, I recommend you do that. That's very important because with time, as you do self care, you will actually be able to go out there in the world and face those people and situations and not feel the same way. The other thing is, I am bringing this up because many people get affected by this, but either they don't speak up, either they're not understood. The people that sometimes don't understand, they're either in denial or they're not dealing with similar situations, and they don't really know how to handle it. Um, Regardless, right? It's important that you do self-care. And why am I making this video is a few days ago I discovered that a Serbian influencer, 21 years old, her name was Kika, and she committed suicide, and that made me really sad, and it has been affecting me for the past few days because I definitely see something that can be prevented. But as someone who has gone through a lot of challenges in my life, and I've had to deal with them mainly on my own, and the help that I got was help that I had to look outside of my immediate circle, and even getting that help took some time and really took a lot of trying and knocking on different doors and asking for help. um I just feel like that we can avoid this kind of stuff because this girl had a bright future in front of her, just like any other girl and any other boy. And that brings another topic for me, and something I discovered also this past few days, and that is that men are more likely to commit suicide than women. And data shows it's because they are not as often seen as emotional or able to express or society just doesn't see them that way. So we also need to make room for men to also be able to express. So during this holiday times, I really just am making this video. I wrote a couple of notes down, but I'm barely reading any of them, just going based on whatever it feels for me to express right now. I really urge you to call on someone. Call on someone you've been having in your mind that you don't talk to regularly. Have a conversation that you wouldn't have on a regular basis with someone you talk all the time. See how they're doing, but not just, that, how are you? And everybody just says good or I'm fine. But actual, listen in here and give them that time for them to respond, and listen to them just the way they are in that moment. And for the people that you haven't spoken to in a while, I really recommend that you leave a couple of minutes and just call them. And if you're that busy, which a lot of people will say, I'm too busy for that, I can't do that right now, I'm so busy, I have to do this, put a timer. Literally put a 5 minutes timer, just dial someone up and be like, hey, I have 5 minutes to speak to you. Just wanted to see really quick how you're doing, let you know you are on my mind. And believe me, even that 5 minutes might not be enough for them to express everything that's there for them, yet it will make such a huge difference. You'll brighten their day. You might even brighten their whole year coming up. Because I also see a lot of videos online. A lot of people are like, what is this 2022 holding for us? There's a lot of fear and anxiety around it, and is it going to be anything like 2020 or 2021? Because 2021 and COVID hasn't really gone much better, right? We can't really live our normal life that we're used to. So I hope that you take my advice and you call someone up, or you do self-care for yourself, or assist someone with self-care. And let's have a fabulous, fabulous holiday season, which already started a month ago, but 2022 makes it a lot more realistic for us to see it. Have a beautiful, beautiful holiday. Happy New Year. And I almost forgot. Please subscribe and also watch my other videos. They are around entrepreneurship and following your dreams and stepping out of your comfort zone, and that might be even depression or anxiety or whatever you're dealing with. But see how some people are handling it and going after their dreams anyways. I would love to hear your thoughts. Subscribe, write any comments, and the playlist is Fruitful Talk with Entrepreneurs. Bye.